Hi friends, you are back in my most comfortable place in my home. I am making a spicy cucumber salad. I have removed MSG and I have simplified these dishes. These are also ancient traditional Hmong recipes. This dish requires a mortar and pestle. This is a traditional mortar and pestle. I love making cucumber salad, a spicy cucumber salad to go with our Laab. Now, you could do it with papaya, you could do it with mango, you could do it with cabbage, but I love using cucumber because it's probably the easiest thing to whip up in your kitchen if you're, see, I'm all about efficiency. If I could save time and eat great and use really simple ingredients, that is a winner in my books. The other thing you can add to it is carrots too. You can totally grate carrots and add that in there. So the ingredients itself are super simple. We're gonna use fish sauce. I'm going to shred by hand a cucumber. We're going to use these little cherry tomatoes, clove of garlic, and then some fresh squeezed lime. And I would say about a full lime would do the job. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that. We're also gonna add peanuts and a little bit of sugar. If you're keto or you're paleo, I'd say monk fruit is probably your best substitute, and it's gonna give it that sweet, spicy, and then the lime will give it that tang. And I love the sourness of all that, the saltiness from the fish sauce. It's gonna be amazing. All right, I'm gonna grab a lime. I am also going to wash my knife. I did not go to a McDonald's till I was 13 years old. Can you believe that? I didn't even know what to order. I was all nervous, I was shaking. I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to expect. I never even stepped foot in one before. And by the way, I snuck in McDonald's. My parents had no idea that I did this. It was a total sin in their books. But I went because I just needed to experience this for myself. I was American, I was born here, I needed to do it. So I went and I just asked the front person, hey, can you just give me what everybody orders all the time? So I had just a normal little cheeseburger. I had pickles for the first time. I tried mustard for the first time. Fries were amazing. I was addicted to fries. I loved McDonald's fries. I still do actually. So anyhow, enough about that. First thing you want to do is take the Thai chili. I don't keep the ends. I break them off. And I want this to be really spicy. This is traditionally supposed to be spicy. So I'm gonna add 3 Thai chili peppers. These are like abnormally large, by the way. They're normally like half the size. So if they were half the size, I'd probably use 6. I know, it sounds crazy. They're spicy, it's great. The other thing I'm gonna put in and mash up right away is this clove of garlic. And I know there are tools to mince your garlic, but guess what? I'm old school. I just do it that way. I just smash it with a knife and the peel comes right off. So now I'm gonna mash up the garlic and the Thai chili right away. And I love the flavors and the smells that are already coming out of this. I'm smelling sweet, I'm smelling pungent garlic smell, spice from these peppers. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. I mix everything in this mortar and pestle, and then I add the cucumber last. Next thing I'm gonna do is put about, I'd say about a tablespoon and a half of peanuts. If you're a big fan of peanuts, I would add a little bit more because you just can't go wrong. This is going to give it a robust, rich flavor because without the peanuts, I feel like it just tastes a little bland. I don't know, this gives it just a really good kick. Now that I've got that mixed in, I'm going to start squeezing lime juice. I'm gonna put these cherry tomatoes in as well. So I just like to cut them down just a little bit to make it a little easier to not just chew on and pick out, but it also helps it to, when you mash it, it helps bring out that tomato flavor in your salad. And what's a salad without tomatoes? Maybe some of you might disagree, but I think it's super good. So I'm gonna gently mash the tomatoes in here. And next I'm going to cut up this lime and start squeezing the lime juice in it. I'm going to use my tool again. Oh guys, I wish you could smell this. When you try it, please send me a picture or a video and let me know what you guys thought. Because you know, in Thai restaurants, they always have it. It's called somtam. S-O-M-T-U-M. And it just means like sour mix. And it's so good, and it's going to be in the appetizer section. And most of you won't even order it because you won't know how to order. But I'm telling you, this is really authentic, and this is one of the most flavorful dishes that you can have with any kind of steak, any kind of, you know, meat entree. It's really good. All right, I'm gonna mix a little bit of sugar in here. I'd say 2 teaspoons, 2 to 3 maybe. I just smell it, and if I can't smell everything, then I remove it. Now, if you use carrots are already sweet, so you don't want to add too much sugar. Now for the fun part. I'm going to peel the skin off first. So I'm gonna move this aside. Once you peel this skin off, you can either shred the cucumber by hand, or you can use one of your fancy gadgets that they sell nowadays. I can't do it. I feel like when you do it by hand, it just has it holds flavor better for some reason. It has a crunchiness to it that I love when I shred it by hand. I know exactly what I'm getting when I shred it by hand. And I don't like it when it's too thin, because then it just doesn't, it almost like doesn't hold that flavor. Like the flavor just goes around it. All right, so now that I've got it peeled, I'm going to go ahead and start shredding it. I'm just gonna move some of my other items aside. And you just kind of lightly tap on the outside of this cucumber. And as you can see, it's starting to have these little lines, right? I just do this by hand. I've been doing this since, gosh, I wanna say I started shredding papaya and cucumber, and I even did this with mango, and I did this with carrots. I've been doing this since maybe 8 or 9. You know, the early years were spent learning just how to cut vegetables, how to cut the slices of meat in certain ways, steaming rice. Those were basics. Making very simple stir fries. By the time I got to 8 and 9, I was going with my father or my brothers to get to kill pigs and cows, and then by the time I was 10, I was doing, slaughtering 300 chickens a weekend. And we would slaughter a lot of meat at once so that we could store it for the winter, since the great country of America had refrigeration. Ha ha ha. Okay, so now that my whole cucumber has been shredded this way, I'm going to just start cutting very thin. And I like to lay my knife against against the cucumber like this, and then just slice down so that I don't overdo anything. I don't want too thick of pieces, and I don't want too thin of slices either. So I try to do the best I can in staying aligned with this cucumber. As you can see, there are seeds here. Some people don't eat them. I don't like to waste anything. So I'm going to just cut it all up together with the salad today. And if you could just smell how fragrant this cucumber is, oh, when you mix this with the rest of what I've got going in the mortar and pestle, you'd be amazed and you would love it, because it just has such a fresh smell. And it tastes so good too. It goes so well with the Laab, because the Laab can be more on the salty side at times, and it's very hearty. I love to balance it out with this spicy, tangy, sour salad, and all of it is cold. You could take this on a picnic. When my family and I do road trips, we always pack food, and these are some of the things we pack to eat along with some rice. All of that travels well, I can tell you, with just a few it's just a nice little cooler. So I'm taking the middle part here and I'm just cutting it down slowly. Don't worry, I'm not slicing myself. Don't try this at home, guys, but do try it at home. You get my drift? All right, now that I've got this beautiful thing going here, I'm gonna add it to the rest of the mix I've got. And I don't know if I put fish sauce in here, so I'll just have to taste it and see. I did not, so I'm gonna add a little bit of fish sauce. I add about a tablespoon of fish sauce, tablespoon and a half. No MSG, you really do not need it. I know that even my Hmong people believe that you still need it. You do not need MSG. You can totally have a very simple and tasty salad and any other entrees you make, soups, etc. You could have all of that without MSG. You don't need it. So I'm just gonna slowly mash and lightly stir it until everything is mixed together. Oh my goodness, the smell is incredible. I'm excited. My mouth is watering because it just smells so good. And I am excited to say that I will be giving away a brand new wooden mortar and pestle. Wooden or clay, actually, because they make it in clay too. I'd say clay is probably easier to keep clean and wash. Okay, that did not take very long. I'm gonna clean off everything and give it a taste to see if it needs anything else, because you don't wanna overpower it. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it all one more time, and as you can see, look at those colors. This is beautiful, and it tastes so good, smells so good. I'm gonna take a little try. Oh, it's amazing, it's perfect. So now I'm gonna serve it alongside of my Laab. So when we make these meals, you've got your lettuce and you eat all of it together. I love that too. I'm just gonna dump it all out at once. And you can serve this with rice, like jasmine rice, fresh steamed jasmine rice. You could serve it with sweet sticky rice. But this is just a very simple dish. It's got lots of robust flavors going, spiciness, tanginess. I absolutely love it, you guys. So please share and comment, and you might just be the lucky winner that wins every time. So I'm giving away this mortar and pestle, and I want to hear your thoughts on everything that you guys have been watching and learning from my kitchen. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, friends. Shankmaster Miley.